Welcome back, Bloodbowl fans, to another excellent game, undoubtedly, from the Crash Bang Wallop Cup. With me, your host, Gruff Overveld, and my co-commentator for today.
Tom.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten his name again.
Wasn't with it. Yep. You know what it's like. Our brains take a while to sort of get back from the crypt when we're going back to the Blood Bowl pitch.
You literally had one job for this today. So, okay, we're here at the Squig Pen, the home of the Blazin Squigskins, managed by CC. Unsurprisingly, as you just won their Orc team, and they're taking on the Shambling Undead. Go by the name of the Bullet Survivor. Matt Coach is insane. Have you come across many undead in your time? I suppose you have.
I have been known to somewhat specialise in undead, I suppose you could say. I mean, my entire team is made up of dead players from last season. They've been fantastic.
That's true. I mean, I see you were trying to get around the whole treasury sort of route, but you still had to go and cough up the money. So
indeed.
So who's?
Oh, the Orcs won the toss.
Oh, that's all right then. Orcs. I never trust an Orc.
Oh, they're big buggers.
And it's not because they got green skin. I'm not green skinist. I don't want those accusations made against me again. But just they're tough little sods to go down, aren't they?
They are. They're horrible. Far too much armor. Far too much strength. No, my skeletons
don't get me started on the blitzers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like, what do you do to beat an Orc team? As undead, they're quite scary.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one of my compatriots one day took off an Orc leg and started beating him around the head with it, and it didn't do any good whatsoever because the Orc then kicked him to death with his one remaining good foot.
And they always seem to recover well, the old Orcs.
Oh, they're horrible little fellows.
Ooh,
this is going to be a blitz, eh? It's don't like you. This is one of my favourite starts to a Blood Bowl game.
I think I mean Insane has got a great opportunity here now to go and at least crush and smash one Orc before it all starts.
Unless of course you're on the opposition team, and then it's the worst thing that can happen.
Now
I think this even trumps a riot. To be honest.
I think it does. When I played Bullet Survivor in the round 1, I actually got 2 blitzes. I felt so sorry.
I know.
For Insane.
I remember that game. I was looking at these skeletons, and again, don't think me undeadist, but I think I've seen these before.
Yes, actually, they also seem to survive, except one of the poor mummies. I did snap its leg in half.
You did. I mean, again, many people would lambast you for that, but I and fellow Blood Bowl coaches and purveyors of the game around the new world. Oh, hello, it's a touchback. Would commend you on that, because one less mummies are always good, especially when, mind you, you're an Orc, so you play an Orc, so they've gone for a very top-heavy, aggressive start, haven't they?
Well, they have, and also the team itself, not a goblin in sight. I mean, this is an Orc team built for smashing. That's pretty much the main gameplay.
I think that CC could actually be a dwarf in disguise, very much approaching the game of punch first, cage up, and then see who's left afterwards to go and punch them more.
Oh, these Black Orcs, they're dangerous. Strength 4, they like to crush.
And like any good Orc, they've got plenty of... I mean, that looks almost balletic, the way he's dancing down the field there.
Yeah,
of course,
those blitzers, they've just got a turn of speed when they need to.
And the Undead, apart from those ghouls, aren't exactly renowned for their agility, so it'll be interesting to see if, now they're all being marked up, if any can actually get back to stop this early Orc attack.
Is doing a good job there of making sure that there's no one left to actually go after that one blitzer.
Yeah. You've got that one white. Oh! I mean, it's fine if you're an Orc, but if you're a ghoul, you're not going to be too happy with this. But it's still early days, though, and even if they did manage to score a touchdown early on, that's the other game that we didn't talk about. Then that's a nice bit of covering there.
Oh, it is. And also, I would have moved that ghoul one further closer to the touchline because it's leaving a big old gap.
There is, and especially with.
Oh dear! This is why you don't dodge with undead.
You don't, unless
agility too.
Unless your
name's not good.
Unless your name's Double D, you do not dodge with the undead.
Oh, Double D is very good at doing that, certainly, Gruff.
It's pretty much all he does. If there's a situation he can dodge out of, he'll try twice.
I still want to know what his secret was with this human team last season. He was just phenomenal. Oh, one dice blocks. Don't do them.
And I think it's fine sometimes, but as you say, I think Insane 5 one gap down that touchline, which I think the Orcs could take advantage of here.
Now
they've
I
got very little
appreciate
support.
CC still smashing a few undead before actually trying to go for that touchdown.
I mean, again, as I say, she's got some dwarf in her, and that's not meant in a funny way.
Let's be honest, these orcs would be embarrassed if you said that they had some dwarf in them.
I'd probably be on another list as well. So,
oh,
there we go. Are they going to try it?
It
Go
looks
on,
like it.
go on.
Is that tackle? It's tackle, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
And a touchdown. 2-turn touchdown for an orc. What's going on?
So, fight like a dwarf and run like an elf. I mean, this is an unusual orc team. But one thing I will say in the Undead's favour, at least the opposition have scored early on. So they've got plenty of time left in this game to go and claw it back.
Well, it's true. The Undead are now going to have that ball kicked to them twice. So they've got 6 turns now to actually score again, and then another 8 turns where they get the ball first. I think at this point my money would still be on the Undead, although that was an amazing touchdown by CC's team.
That was impressive. These Orcs really are not very keen on playing the defensive game, unless the defensive game consists of line everyone up within punching distance of the opposition.
I'm just amazed they're not actually right on the touchline. They're very close to being on the touchline, let's be fair.
Yeah, here we go, it's the kick, it's nice and high.
Ooh, brilliant coaching. Bullet Survivor, they also get an extra reroll, and they've got the ball.
And that could come in handy. Although, that mummy, is that a mummy?
Why is the mummy back there? Is that a mistake? Did the mummy come out?
Dear.
Oh.
They've found some double D grease, and it's on the ball as well.
Slipped with the ball.
Mummies
and speed. What's it doing?
I think the mummy got confused when he was told to stand by the touchline and thought the end zone was the line of scrimmage.
Picked the wrong line.
It's the only logical explanation.
I think it might well be.
He's not really much of a sweeper back there, is he? He's not the fastest train off the rack.
No, by my maths, it's going to be at least 3 turns before he reaches the midline, maybe 4. So you've got the strongest player on the team standing there going, what? Huh?
Do you know what? I think I sussed it. The other mummy, the one that still is on the pitch, obviously remembers what happened, what your players did to his mate in the last game.
Yeah.
I figured the only way out of it
do the same.
Is to stand well clear, especially after the Orcs were getting very punchy in the first one. Oh, there he goes! Lumbers down.
Oh, wait, I can see what the problem was. Yep, he's got a scarab in his brain.
Oh, I mean, that's basic Mummy 101 check before they get on the pitch, surely.
Check bandages, remove the scarabs.
These Undead do not like picking the ball up, do they?
No, they don't. Oh, he's got it,
Throw! And now a throw. There's some unusual tactics going on here.
Yeah, I think I would have just tried to hand off there, because he didn't even give the white a chance to hold on to it.
Yeah. Unless, and this is what I reckon, Insane loves a bit of star player point farming.
Oh, could be. It's always worth it. That one extra point can tip you over the edge to a new skill.
Although, obviously, most people tend to star player point farm at the end of the...
Wait, what are these Orcs doing? Are they standing there?
They just give up their turn.
Did this looks almost like the tactic that you play with an Amazon team. Let the opponents come to you. Don't go to them.
Yeah.
Do you think CC has actually got out the wrong playbook for today?
I think CC knows exactly what they're doing. Because ultimately, let's face it, the mummy's still half a world away from the LOS.
Oh, to make matters worse, that mummy literally took 1 step forward. It's like they're slow already. Get a move on, mate. Movement, you know.
I mean, forming a cage is obviously quite handy, but you'd want to push forward as far as you can.
Well,
so.
I don't know. I mean, I personally wouldn't form a cage with my necromantic team, let alone an undead team. They're not strong enough. Orcs are perfect cage material.
Especially when you've got a nice squishy ghoul at the front of it as well. So.
Well, that's it.
That ghoul's going to get a bit of a kick in, I think.
4 or better player on the corners. And yeah, it's the mummy that's hiding behind the mummy is hiding behind the zombie or skeleton. Sorry.
These Orcs really do not want to give up the LOS. They're determined. They've made their bed. They're going to lie on it.
They are. They're making a very, very tough line. I don't know how on earth Insane is going to get past this.
No. Hopefully by not trying another passing manoeuvre, because the last one was not the greatest. But you never know. I've seen some crazy things in my day.
The Undead are very, very slowly moving forward.
Inching forward, I think is the politest thing. Oh, hello.
Oh, one dice block and it worked. I don't like one dice blocks. That's just I've lost too many of my own players, and you know when they're already dead to start with, you've got to keep keeping them alive.
Yeah, I mean there's a time and a place, but this early on in your move is probably not that time and place.
Hold on, I just have to step in here. That skeleton, I recognise that name, Sextus Snapump. Was that not your second wife?
No.
So what did happen to her then, Gruff?
Well,
she was the Amazon player, was she not?
Yeah, unfortunately my legal representatives informed me that I cannot answer your question right now. Due to the various constraints around reanimation and who they actually legally belong to, but
and do you still actually owe them money after they're actually already dead and come back?
Well, I think also the main question here is, did I want them to come back? Which was no. Did someone do that to go and spite me, and who's not sitting a million miles away co-commentating with me? Yes.
I don't know what you mean. To be fair, she was a very good line woman within the Amazon team before.
She wasn't that good, she died.
Well, that wasn't her fault.
She was facing a halfling.
I was about to say, I think she did come up against Double D's team and lost badly.
The Moot Brutes, which is the day they got the name the Brutes, I think. Before that, they were just called the Moot Loots, I think. I remember. Halflings aren't really worth caring about, apart from the spread they put on at half.
This is an interesting tactic. The orcs are building a box, a cage, around cage of the Undead.
It's a cage in a cage. Is this like Schrödinger's cage?
Come on, teams, start hitting each other.
I mean, the Orcs started off so... I mean, here we go. This is definitely going to get them in. That's it. Get stuck in there. Push the ball carrier back.
Down goes Herc.
Herc's
injured. Well, as injured as
his neck was on funny anyway.
Injury. That's not a nice thing to happen to an undead.
No, but it's always difficult to tell. How an undead. Oh, of course, regeneration.
He's fine.
Undead's friend.
Yes.
All good. Even though he's now back to front, but I'm sure they'll crick him back to his place.
Yeah, those ribs. I'm sure they didn't look like that before the punch.
No.
I don't understand this blitz. Why blitz towards this? Oh dear.
Yeah. I mean, that ghoul is looking... The ball carrier is looking very, very exposed.
Yeah. It looks like Cece's got a number of orcs that could go and attack them now.
Okay, and then try... I would have gone around the side with the blitz rather than that one, but...
Yeah, I would have thought at this point Cece would have had a chance to score again. But,
I
know smashing.
I know what Cece's doing. It's basically the old rope-a-dope.
Do you know
go make your opposition think one thing and then go around the back. Look, closing up now.
I've never seen an orc team be so cagey. I didn't even know it was in their repertoire. I thought they just had to get in there and hit stuff.
Yeah.
Certainly all the orcs I've played seem to do that.
They're definitely anti-orc team. But it's it's nice to go and see a bit of a refreshing change of pace from an orc team. I'm very interested to see how these undead get out of this.
I would like to see one extra turn. If only it wasn't half time, we would have actually seen the orcs hit stuff. But too little, too late.
And that ghoul just again slipped over.
Well, that was an interesting
first
two
half.
turns.
Yeah, and then it petered out somewhat, and I think it was a politest thing I could say. It's just the undead didn't really seem to want to get down the field, and the orcs didn't really want them to come down the field, so they were more than happy to stand back.
Ex-wife on the pitch.
It was. I mean, obviously, I've got prior engagement, which I have to pretend straight after the match, so I can't go down and see her. Mainly because there may be a slight bit of animosity, but.
So once again, the orcs are setting up on the try line, and the undead are going to receive the ball.
I wonder if that mummy's going to come into play this time around, if it's going
Let's
to
hope it doesn't sit at the back.
stay carrying it back. I've got to say, the Orc tactics have been a little unusual, but I'm all for it. I mean, it's very aggressive. They know exactly what they're doing, which is stop the opposition. They've got a couple of sweepers now, so...
Well, they're 1-0 up.
It's just
That's the usual score for an Orc team to win.
Oh, hello. That mummy is thinking about it. No.
Yeah, but again, Insane should have put them one step further forward. Why not take the opportunity to hit an Orc very hard in the head?
Yeah, especially with mummies, you've got your strongest player on the pitch. And of course, they've got no negatrait as well, so they are... And of course, the ball goes to the opposite side of where the mummy's set up.
Oh, typical. Yeah, as you say, they have no negative traits. They come with Mighty Blow, unlike the Tomb Kings.
Yep.
They don't have Decay. They're just a fantastic player.
Yep, and pretty much made for lurking on or around the line of scrimmage as well. So let's go see where this ball lands, if it can be kind to Insane. But the way that her luck's gone so far this match. Oh, hello!
Oh,
you see that?
Actually, I'm not sure that's good. That her skeleton that's right next to the Orcs.
Oh.
One dice block with a ghoul against an Orc Blitzer. I know who my money would have been on, and it wasn't the ghoul.
Yeah, that's brave, I think. I really that white needs to come down and offer some help to the. Yeah, why did the white not go and blitz the?
I don't know.
Okay, listen.
I mean, admittedly,
there we go.
I am led to believe that Insane is fairly new to the game as a coach, so still really learning the ropes of which players to instruct where to go.
Or whether she has got a grudge against some of her own players and actually willing them to go and die again, so she can bring them back and then teach them another lesson.
Now that turnover is not good for the Undead. That Black Orc against the ball carrier. Ooh.
They've got a white as cover down the pitch, but I think most of the players can get tagged up pretty easily. The mummy is next to useless over there, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but I like to see the Orcs are now actually playing as Orcs.
Yes, punch, punch, punch.
Yeah. you see a player, you hit a player. That's pretty much the entire game plan for the majority of the team.
If you don't see a player, you look your neck run further to go and find a player, and then punch that player.
Absolutely.
Oh, hello. Let's put a boot in as well. Oh, this is definitely the Orc team now. I'm liking this. And the ball carrier just got punched in the face. Carrier. I mean, fortune favoured the brave when he miraculously caught the ball, but that's where his luck's ended.
You can see the other problem that the Undead have is they've got very light armour. 3 of them have now been stunned within 1 turn. That's going to reduce the number of players that can possibly... What? That is... And a dodge as well? Good
hell of a play.
Well played, that thrower.
To have the green balls...
Man. Sorry, Rocklight, it's a lineman.
Yeah, to have the green balls to go in there, pick the ball up underneath that white's nose, and go march up the pitch a bit.
But there is a white straight ahead of the ball carrier.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter much if the zombies keep trying to dodge.
Oh, and a dodge and a 1 dice block. Blimey, Insane 5 lives dangerously.
Oh, hello.
Another.
That is. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yes, well done.
Another injury. I mean, and it's a Black Orc as well, so that is definitely going to make a nice little hole.
Yeah, he's crying tears now, mate.
Through his broken teeth.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely an unusual approach to the game, but you can't knock it so far.
No, but so many risky 1 dice blocks at this stage.
Yeah.
But you see,
and that ghoul is still surrounded by lots of big, angry Orcs.
Absolutely, but there is a white who can go and blitz the... Oh, wait, she's used her blitz already.
No, the blitz is used, yeah. But it can go and tag them up, though.
Yeah, can go and actually mark them up.
Oh.
Here they go. Oh.
No,
they've stopped.
That's... Okay. I mean, perhaps, yeah, they need to get a lot closer to that ball carrier to go and at least tag them up. Cause
yes.
Inadvertently, she's actually made them a mini cage.
Yeah, she's actually given them a clear run to the end zone, I believe.
Yeah, because that white is now out of position.
I mean, I'm guessing CC will now go and mark that white up while bringing Rocklar further towards the touchline. Here goes Rocklar.
May as well, because he's offering his little jaunts down the pitch.
Yeah.
It's not
So
the
now
worst thing in the
CC's
world.
adding a
Going.
bit of defence to prevent any of the undead coming in and assisting.
Tag that white up. Oh, perhaps not.
Oh, I see. No, it doesn't. It's
That's
not
not
too
terrible.
bad a formation.
I mean,
Perhaps a
good
bit
luck
more
any
spread out.
undead getting. Exactly. Good luck any of the undead getting in to go and get the ball carrier right now.
The only
Especially
one
with
that
their
has a hope is the white, but even there, I think it's going to be 2 dice against them.
Yeah, you have to get it on the angle, and it's not going to be pretty. But of course, we're probably trying to see some more zombie dodges, I think, to go and try and aid the situation.
I'll say something.
Okay.
This second half is already much more interesting than the majority of the first half.
So why did that white's not actually doing anything?
I don't know. Why not mark up the player if not? Oh, 1 dice block. Oh, double skull. Oof.
I think, unfortunately, that is going to leave this Blazin Squigskins to go and get touchdown number 2 of the game.
It's clear run.
But again, you've got Tamali's Orcs. The ball is very secondary, I think, at this moment in time.
No, they are. I have coached an
That's
Orc
it.
team in the past, and yeah, getting the Orcs to do anything other than hit the other players is very difficult at times.
That goal was left exposed and got what was coming to him. Punch in the face. And there it goes. Touchdown number 2.
This team of Orcs is actually a team of baby trolls, which is why they all stood around doing nothing the first half.
They were very sort of set on actually just keeping in line, weren't they? Really? Or either that, or they like a choreographed kind of dance troupe. Because I've never seen an Orc team or anyone, very few teams, organised as symmetrically and as well drilled as that. So
exactly. Well, it looks as though the Orcs are now down 1 player, but the Undead are now 2-0 down.
I don't. Yeah, I think what was 5 turns left.
They may yet get 1 back.
They're going to need a miracle. But anything is possible.
What they
And
need
it'd be
is
good for
to
the
put
undead
that
confidence.
mummy on the front line to punch an Orc in the face.
Especially when you've got Orc linemen there as well. They're just begging for a bandaged fist in the face, I think, right now. So
Yeah, I mean, as it stands, all the mummy could do is a blitz, which seems a bit of a waste when you've got white.
There we
really
go.
good at it. Yeah,
Exactly.
excellent. Well played. Straight on the front line.
That goal's very close to the line of scrimmage. Okay, that's unusual. Goal's probably any real play. Oh, hello.
Oh,
This is what I hate.
And look who it is.
This is
It's
what I hate.
Rockler. Rockler, who just scored a touchdown, has been hit by a stone thrown by, I wonder which players. Sorry, which fans.
Although as much as I hate the throw rock, it did actually help me because it knocked out 2 of my wisdom teeth, so it saved me a trip to the dentist. I did have to sit out a couple of games, but it did save me a few gold coins.
That was a big old rock to do something like that to
It
you.
was a bit of breeze block actually. I can't remember which wife that was because again I'd had concussion.
Yeah, your wives they would sound pretty dangerous. You sort of have a type that you get interested in, don't you?
Yes, I mean, I just love the bad girls.
Oh,
hello.
The ghoul has got the ball.
Again, they're set up very deep, and these Orcs, if they follow what they did in the first half, I can't see them shifting. I think they're going to set up a nice little line and say, "Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough," and that's another 1 dice though. It's odd that they didn't put that zombie they just moved to tag them up and then blitz with that other one to then create a hole. But then you had 2 dice.
Yeah.
Nice big hole made. Perhaps even shift that one he's done the blitz back over to go and tag the other one up. That's a bit of fodder.
I mean, they just need to move faster. At least they've opened that gap now on the far side of the pitch as we're looking at it.
They just do need to go and try and stick something in there to go and keep that hole open because it is the downside of the Orcs being pushed so far up. If they Undead can make a bit of a channel,
it does
the Orcs
look
keep
as though
pushing up this
the
way.
Orcs are moving themselves to the near side as we're looking. So this is actually going to make it easier for the Undead to get into this gap and keep it open and hopefully push through. They've got the 2 zombies there ready to help them make the break.
The Orcs are flooding through that gap now, though. So
well, they are. But on the other hand, you've now got 4 Orcs on the far side of the pitch to the zombies.
Sure.
So it's going to take them over a turn to get back over there.
Yeah, playing with fire with always one dice blocks. That's more like it.
Oh, the poor mummy. He's desperate to get another injury.
would have tried to push that player a bit more to the sidelines, to be
I
honest.
think I would have followed
Try
up
and-
as well to stop them being able to go after my undead as I bring them through.
Oh, hello. This zombie's having a bit of a lurch.
I love the way they walk. It's like that
Do
one's
you-
leg is about to fall off, but he still keeps going.
I've got a sneaky idea what they're going to do here. I think it's going to rhyme with the word. They're going to do a mass.
Oh,
Because they tried their throwing arm in the first half. I reckon this Ghoul's going to have a bit of a...
yeah, run
They'll
up
run
behind
down the
the two
sideline.
zombies that have made that gap. And
Although...
I thought they'd move further forward than this. I would.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
It's unusual.
Again, it's like look for the gap.
You kind of want to put them on the points. Because that's just... Your ball carrier's still going to get punched in the face.
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, there's an open line there, and 4 big orcs that could easily go in there.
Completely unmarked as well. So now they what to do is they just going to encircle these poor undead and
Smash
squash
them.
them. Because that zombie downfield is now borderline useless, unfortunately. There's a sense of inevitability about this.
There is. I think I would have used that black orc though to smash that little ghoul.
Definitely.
But yeah, this isn't looking
Here we
so
go.
good now for the undead.
Here we go. In the face. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. How? Oh, look at that! A nice fortuitous bounce. Please don't start dodging.
Oh, yeah, that ball is now free. I think we may even see a 3rd touchdown for the Orcs. When was the last time you saw an Orc team score like this? It's normally Wood
I haven't
Elves
seen an
that
Orcs
get this
team.
many touchdowns.
Yeah, or even worse, those rats.
Oh, I hate those rats.
Their fur is just the stench stays with me for days.
It does. One of the problems I have this season, I'm against 2 other undead teams, so we're all vying for the same players.
It's turned into a bit of an unofficial undead cup, yeah?
It does appear to. But then, you know, if we're after an extra player to bump up our team to 12 or even 13, it takes a while to find them. It's, you know, players haven't been falling dead as they should do.
And it's still got their requisite, number of limbs and stuff. So
Yeah, not one death during the first round. Oh,
it's early days though. I mean, I think we were somewhat spoilt last season with the morgue was overflowing at times, wasn't it?
it was. I've picked up 2 fantastic werewolves from last season.
Yeah.
They're a little bit matted and not quite a bit putrid, but they do the job.
As long as they run in a sort of straight line, that's absolutely fine.
Well, exactly.
That white's going to get a punch in the face.
Yeah, and I think the
There is
Orcs
a
have
Grim
opened up a line. Oh, it looks like they've got a clear run
That
to the ball
Ghoul's still in
now.
the way. Yeah, no one around it.
And this is the thrower, I believe, is it not?
The grease from the ball from earlier, which Double D's patent.
And he had sure
pending
hands,
liquid.
and yet he still dropped it. That's some amazing stuff Double D produces. Are you sure it's a paste? There's a secret to Double D's pies. Do we want to learn it?
No. And whatever you do not eat it. God.
No. It makes Sweeney Todd sound like something tasty.
I lost my other 2 wisdom teeth drinking that lot. Well, these... what are they doing now? So the undead are having a bit of a punching fest.
They are one dice block after one dice block. Those ghouls have been very successful with their 1 dices today.
I can't say that luck lasting all season. I don't know about you. Was he? Okay. Perhaps I should have started tagging him up a bit.
At
White's
least
getting
there's a
stuck
ghoul
in.
down here who can try and steal that ball away.
Oh, hello. Oh,
He's
hello.
got it. He's got it. Oh.
Go for the...
Now, why didn't the ghoul run? I think a dodge would have worked better. Run up the pitch and then try and get rid of it.
Yeah, and a throw to a zombie that's been marked is not really going to work at the best of times.
What? They've only got agility 2. They can catch, surely.
After being marked on a long throw, and then they have to dodge out of it to go and run downfield.
Yes.
And of course, they move at the speed of glaciers. So.
Oh, that ghoul's in trouble. No, he's managed to dodge away from the hit. This is going to be a tough pickup for the Orcs.
Oh, he's made it look easy.
Oh no, tripped. He's tripped.
They make the dodging look easy then. He's got out of it. Oh, look at that. You've got to love a good reroll.
And that's the benefit of saving your rerolls.
Blazin Squigskins 3, Bullet Survivor 0.
God, what a game! I would never have predicted a score like this at the start.
No, I in my head I had down to a 1-0, maybe a 1-0. Each team sort of scores when they receive the ball, but
Yeah,
I think
mean that's the usual course of action with Orcs.
Yeah, I think the Undead's cautious at the beginning when they received the ball after that early touchdown. They pushed down a bit more and tried to engage the Orcs and smash back the way, but I'd say it's a learning curve.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
You can read all the books in the world and see all the Cabal Vision videos and tutorials, but it's until you actually get up close and personal you actually learn.
Yeah, after coaching Blaine's team last season, I'm actually finding it quite tricky to switch from dwarves to back to necromancers.
I bet.
Like, where's all my armour gone? Where's my blocks? Why can't they tackle these guys?
Although, to be fair, I seem to recall the game against the human team last year. Your armour didn't seem to matter much anyway.
Oh, I think we'd just played the Amazons, and unfortunately my lads had taken home the Amazons' armour instead.
Was that
bunch of cross
meant to happen, or? Yeah. Okay, so
boy, did they look good in it.
Well, near the end of the game, the Undead can't get anything here apart from try and rack up some star player points.
Yeah, quick throw from that skeleton to the other, I think we'll do. Maybe getting an injury if they're lucky. Oh, here goes the mummy.
And he manages to KO himself.
Nazelman knocked himself out.
I think that sums up the game for the Undead, I think, today.
They have had a few unlucky dice rolls, but the positional play it needs a little bit of work, I believe. It'll come.
Bit of finessing. Exactly. I mean, and the more they play, the more they'll understand their positions.
But it's definitely lovely breaks from the Orcs. Absolutely amazing.
The Orcs.
I mean, a 2-turn touchdown from an Orc team, that's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
You're more likely to score with the tree man.
Yeah. The Orcs will look really dangerous. I think they're going to be a team that could be an underdog this season. I think you've got to watch out for them.
Yeah, I mean, the Orcs, they always have the potential to dominate. If they start picking up the right skills and they pick them up fast, there's not a lot most other teams can do.
So you can put an Orc down, but it's very rare to actually go and keep an Orc down. So, and there we go, end of the game.
That's it, 3-0.
Rather one-sided.
Well played, the Blazin Squigskins. Oh, that's an interesting MVP to the Black Orc and MVP to that. Wait, Stone Smasher. Stone Smasher was the one who dropped it on the first turn.
That's the one.
I love the way that the home teams award both MVPs, and they usually go and take the mick with who they award it to on the opponents.
But at least these players weren't injured or dead. I think that's the most important thing.
I mean, the stats are interesting. Not 1% occupation of opponent's half by Bullet Survivor. I think
again, they were very cautious, weren't they? I think
they were.
Is the best thing.
I don't blame them. To be fair, Orcs are nasty.
Yes, I mean same amount of blocks, really, but
yeah,
the Blazin Squigskins definitely put the boot in a lot more efficiently.
Oh, the Blazin Squigskins have done well today for star player points.
Almost as well as your team did in the first game.
Oh, yes, we did. 3 players got upgraded. I couldn't believe it. I'm playing some silly little goblins next, and I'm hoping to make use of some of those skills.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Yes. Oh, I don't. The way they played in that first game of theirs, I'm actually quite concerned.
So, again, I think the Undead will be a little disappointed with their performance. I think it just needs to be a bit more aggressive, push down the field a bit more. Remember which players do which bits. Mummy should be up front, punching people.
They did have a high failure rate, though, with a lot of those rolls. I mean, dodging, only 44% succeeded. But then, to be fair, Undead aren't built for dodging.
No, and they had some bad luck with the blitz first off, but the Orcs, they did exactly what was asked of them and more, really. I mean, like you say, three touchdowns is always a good team.
Yeah. I mean, that was a cracking match, to be fair. And as I said, it was lovely to see your wife back in play. It
was, but again, that does remind me. I'm gonna, my horse and carriage awaits. I'm gonna have to go nip off outside because
make a quick escape.
Well, I mean, that acid bath I ran her that day probably counted for the reason why she expired.
It might explain why she was sort of very, very close to being a skeleton rather than a zombie.
Exactly. I mean, I will say that those bar salts, were labelled wrong, but
You didn't realise they were quite that caustic.
exactly. But it's you win some, you lose some, and I won a relatively painless divorce and managed to go to wife number 3.
You did. Well, no, thank you ever so much for the commentating this evening, then, Gruff. That was good fun.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing how some of the other matches go.
Yes.
So,
best of luck against those horrible Greenskins.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I am concerned, especially about their ball and chain and the as you are with yours, and
which one?
Yeah, and the loony. I mean, they yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. But
best of luck.
My undead, my necro team are a little bit squishy. So yes.
Those wolves still run out the window.
They do. We'll see how they can play. So yeah. Nope. I think that's us signing off then. So good night, everybody, and thank you for watching.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.